Hello and welcome to the shed. Tomorrow is Sunday the 8th of November, and here in the UK it's Remembrance Sunday, where services are held to mark originally the signing of the armistice which ended World War I back in 1918. But remembrance is not just about World War I, it's about the wars before and since. The tune I'll play just now is called The Floors of the Forest, and the song was written about the many lives lost at the Battle of Flodden in 1513. It was a battle between Scotland and England. Thousands of men lost their lives, and on the Scots side one of those was King James IV. Anyway, here's The Floors of the Forest. The Floors of the Forest. Now, this isn't my usual fiddle. I'm not sure if I've played this one in the shed, but it's a fiddle probably dating from the mid to late 1800s. It's not got a label inside it, but I think it's probably based on Stradivari, so it's a Strad copy. It plays well, and it's quite a significant fiddle. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to a good friend. And a few years ago she asked me if I could play this at a birthday party, and when I asked her the story about the fiddle and why she wanted me to play this, she explained. And I have a wee transcript of her story about the fiddle, so I'll read it now. We never knew our grandfather, Archibald, Archie Morrison. Our grandmother never spoke of him, and our mother, his only child, was born 6 weeks before his death. She never met him. We knew little of him, therefore, until recently, when two family treasures were passed on to me. The first was a wooden box full of letters. Some Archie had sent from the front to his unborn child. When at last he learned by telegram that he had a daughter, he wrote to her, "Life is a wonderful thing, dearie, and the simplest life is always the fullest." But most of the letters were to his wife, full of love and hope. They were married barely 4 months before he was posted to France. On the night before the Battle of Arras, he wrote, "Don't think of me as going into this sadly, for I am full of confidence. And always think of my watchwords. Underneath are the everlasting arms." Also included was a handwritten letter to our grandmother from a nurse, Margaret Scott Ram, matron of Casualty Clearing Station 42 near Arras, where Archie died of wounds on April the 9th, 1917. I imagine it was written by lamplight. She wrote, "He was conscious almost to the last, and asked me to write to you and tell you He knew that he was dying and was so distressed at leaving you, but, he said, I know God will take care of her. He was so wonderfully brave and so thoughtful for others round him, also wounded. The second treasure was the fiddle, which he took with him to the front. Archie didn't make it home to Scotland, but his fiddle did. And this is that fiddle, Archie's fiddle. And when Margot asked me to play it, I thought I should write a tune in memory of her grandfather. And so I'll play that now. I called it simply Second Lieutenant Archibald Morrison, the Royal Scots, and it's a retreat march. Retreat marches are played not when armies retreat, but actually at the close of day or the end of a particular campaign. So here it is, played on Archie's fiddle.